Hello and welcome to the Sacred Activations for March 2025. This is Debbie Emerson. Welcome. So I'm going to put the card up here in a moment as you find a place to get settled in. And of course, if you're watching this on audio, you're not going to be able to see it. But if you're watching the video, I thought I'd put the card up with the light language on it so that you could receive those codes. So you can just take a minute to get yourself situated in a nice, comfortable position. I like to sit with my back comfortably straight, my feet flat on the floor, and my arms uncrossed, my hands just resting on the arm of the chair or in your lap, whatever is most comfortable for you. So let's see if I can get this screen share here. There it is. Okay. So I think I'm sharing the right screen. So our card this month is Uniqueness. And this is from the Pleiadians, the Pleiades, and their grouping has to do with expansion. So I will just let you take a moment to feel into that card. Hopefully all my other stuff on the screen isn't showing. And while you're allowing those codes to flow into your energy field, you can just breathe and bring your attention to your body. Say hello to the earth and that grounding cord. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that share. And we're going to proceed with the first sacred activation for today. So this activation, these are all ones I don't think I've run for this group before. So this should be pretty fun. There might be a couple of duplicates, but most of them are new. So being extraordinary is the first one. So are you tired of trying to fit in or adhere to society's definition of normal? This activation clears the need to fit in and the self-judgment around being different. It allows you to embrace and fully embody your uniqueness and to be your own extraordinary self. So here we go with the sacred activation of being extraordinary. And I'm really noticing the energy flowing to the heart area. Pretty shades of blue, some deep sapphire and some lighter blues. It just feels really soothing and comforting and healing. It can feel a little disconcerting, a little discomforting when you feel like you don't fit in, because we have so much programming that goes way back to tribes and survival. And if you're thrown out of the tribe, you might get eaten by something. So as human beings, we really do need each other support. So yeah, I have a little amusement about whatever's coming up for you. Maybe you've been eaten before. And I see some pretty pinks coming in now. Just that energy of unconditional love, self-love, that ability to really recognize your uniqueness and to to love that uniqueness, whatever it is, even if it's something that society might not find attractive or acceptable. It's all part of you and the package that you have to offer to the to the whole. It's your piece of the puzzle, which contains lots of unique pieces within that piece. And I'm seeing some pretty yellows and golds coming in now. And I'm feeling a lot less heaviness in that heart space. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next activation. This is called woo-woo healing deactivation. So would you like to stop thinking of your healing as woo-woo? A healer's life is not always easy. With a woo-woo bias from the public, history has feared the unknown and untraceable, and the idea of witchcraft and alchemy has both intrigued and repelled individuals for thousands of years. So let's go ahead and run the woo-woo healing deactivation. Help us take our work more seriously, or maybe seriously isn't the right word, but help to feel more credible in our work and allow other people to feel that our work is very credible also. So woo-woo healing deactivation. First thing I'm noticing is it's just moving out just pockets of that dark energy that might be hanging around from past lives, past times, past this life, where we've felt invalidated because of what we know, what we do. So just breathe into all those little pockets of dark energy and help them to loosen up and just release and go down that grounding cord. Have the angels take them away, whatever your idea of clearing is. And as these pockets are leaving, I'm seeing almost like looking through a kaleidoscope, all the different colored pieces kind of sliding in together and make beautiful patterns. So it feels like as these dark pockets are moving out, there's bits and pieces of each person's energy that's coming more into alignment in a very beautiful way, like these beautiful kaleidoscope flower shapes. That's what I'm seeing. And now I'm seeing some white unconscious energy leaving. That energy just seems that it was there to kind of cover up the pain of the whatever happened around the past, invalidations and people not accepting you, people being afraid of you, whatever it was, which is kind of painful. So that unconscious energy was just kind of covering up that pain. Just keep breathing. Now I'm seeing some really pretty purples coming in, just that really kind of purple, royal blue colors of just, it just feels like it's almost feeling like this warm hug, and this acceptance is kind of permeating the spaces here. Okay, so go ahead and take another deep breath, and I'm going to move on to the next activation. And this one is called I Am Beautiful. And of course, everyone is beautiful in their own way. And, it's easy to say, but this is going to help us to really know and feel that we are beautiful in a much deeper way and at a much deeper level. So this activation is going to help us see and acknowledge our individual qualities, that we are beautiful, even if they're not society's ideal. Okay, so here we go with I am beautiful. Bright yellow coming in. And this seems like it's clearing out all the kind of the mental mind chatter, things that cause us to go round and round and round in circles in our heads sometimes. A lot of it's not even ours. Yeah, it's just all of these like the voices in our head, these programs that run. Some of them are really kind of mean and harsh, and some of it is just things we pick up from other people, not necessarily directed at us, but directed at themselves. And when we're sensitive, we pick up that energy, and then we start to, like, if a person, somebody that you walk by in the street is thinking, oh, I'm ugly, I'm this, I've got that. Well, we tune into that energy because we are sensitive, and because they're thinking or saying it into themselves in a first person, I am message, then we pick up that message, and then that starts circulating in our space, and we start to take on that energy, not even realizing it's not ours. So have a little amusement about that, and just validate yourself about how sensitive you are and what a wonderful healer you are, that you pick up other people's things, and in an attempt most of the times to transmute it. So breathe and just admire how beautiful you are in your own unique way. And just watch as a lot of this programming is being dismantled, released. Anything that's not yours is just going to be loosened up, sent down that grounding cord to be recycled. And before I move on to the next activation, let's just take a moment to really say hello to that grounding cord, reinforce your grounding, your connection to the earth. Thank Mother Earth for transmuting all of this energy that's leaving your space. And then collect up a gold sun above your head to bring back your energy, fill in those spaces that you've created by letting go of what isn't you, and bring back more of what is you. So you can have more of your own beautiful self in your own beautiful body. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next activation, which is called Unconditional Love for Humanity. So this activation is about living in a state of pure love, free from judgment and full of peace. Loving each individual as if they were your own child. And we can imagine how the world would change if we could look on others with that sense of kindness and appreciation. And I want to add that if we can look on ourselves with that kindness and appreciation also. So here we go with the activation of unconditional love for humanity. Seeing a real pretty rosy pink coming in. And I'm seeing it just kind of spiraling down from the head down through the body. Just these beautiful spirals. It feels very soft and nurturing. And it just feels like it's like doing this dance through our spaces. And I'm getting chills. So how much can you open yourself to this unconditional love? It's quite powerful as I'm experiencing it. What I'm noticing is that oftentimes I, and maybe you also, kind of shut down that openness to this unconditional love energy because it's so amazing and so beautiful that um, sometimes it's a little too much for us. I know sometimes it'll make me cry, which that's fine. Crying is a good thing, but I think that's what I'm seeing for myself anyway. And you might be able to relate is that sometimes we close that off because it is so powerful and it is so amazing. So just whatever I feeling like this activation is working on that energy that keeps us from opening up more to that energy of unconditional love. Okay, give yourself a couple of nice deep breaths. And I move on to the next activation, which is called intimacy. So it's hard to experience any level of success without becoming intimate with it. The problem is that intimacy brings vulnerability with it. This is what allows your success to change you. Happiness only comes when your outer success filters inside to mean something to who you are. Each positive experience changes you for the better if you're intimate and vulnerable with it. But we see vulnerability as getting hurt. This is not the kind of experience to be vulnerable to. Being vulnerable to love means changing because you are loved. We must also become vulnerable to our success, our magic, and our power. See beyond the limited viewpoint of vulnerability to pain and open to intimacy with success, love, power, and magic. And I don't think I've ever run this one for myself, so I'm looking forward to this. So let's go ahead and run the sacred activation of intimacy. Something that's challenging for all of us is to be in that space of vulnerability. Seeing a pretty turquoise blue coming in, and along with I know when I was a kid, I'm seeing a picture of the Crayola box with all the different colors, and there was a green blue and a blue green. And I remember trying to figure out why one was green blue and the other was green blue green. They were definitely different colors. So I'm seeing green blue and blue green coming in. And it along with it, it just feels like that they feel like the colors of the ocean, or some of the colors of what the ocean looks like. And I'm seeing a picture of waves just washing through washing through our spaces, clearing out anything that keeps us from allowing ourselves to be in that space of vulnerability. Just clearing out the old emotions around that. Clearing out our intuitive spaces, our ability to really tap in to the deeper levels, the levels underneath the waves. And as we go underneath the waves, it gets calm and quiet. So I'm kind of seeing this symbology as representing the things we're afraid of and the turmoil we think is going to ensue from being vulnerable. But when we go deeper, when we go inside, kind of like going under those waves, it gets very peaceful and calm and soothing. And it tunes us more into our deeper self, our inner self. Hope that makes some sense. And I'm seeing some pretty pinks and yellows coming in now as this is finishing up. So the next activation is called Loving Expression. And this activation is about connecting deep within your heart and fully receiving every part of you, the good, the bad, the ugly, the powerful, the weak, the brilliant, the dim, and any other part of yourself that you love or hate. It's also about accepting your life experiences, any trauma, drama, pain, illness, death, etc. All of these create layers of confusion over your deepest core. These layers interfere with your ability to connect with your purest truth. So as you embark on a healing journey, embracing your core wisdom, you need to lovingly lift off these layers in order to access and embrace your purest truth and then express it in your life. As you lift off these layers, you'll begin to see yourself with eyes of love and then begin to truly see the world with eyes of love. This is the pathway of the tribal spirit. To become a woman or man who sees the world through eyes of love while clearly and lovingly expressing their truth. So here we go with loving expression. All of these activations have been wonderful, but I'm feeling like it's not very often that I feel a little bit beat up, maybe isn't the right words, when I receive energy work or work on myself. But I'm almost feeling like that feeling that after you've had like a deep tissue massage, you feel great in many ways, but you also feel a little beat up. I feel like this is really working on some deep levels today. So, loving expression. So I'm coming into a picture where a person is drawing and they draw a little bit and they don't like it. So they crumple it up and they throw it in a wastebasket. And this kind of happens over and over again. And I guess part of the information is going back to the drawing board. Like it's almost kind of like the person who is drawing these images is trying to create themselves in a way that is expected or anticipated by family, society, etc. And it doesn't ever feel right. So what it feels like, this activation is going to help us to really just, rather than trying to draw that image and draw that way we want to be perceived and expressing in the world, what I see the image doing now is just allowing the image of themselves to come onto the paper or to be revealed, and to admire that image and accept that image and realize that this is the most desirable and the most profound thing each of us can do. is to really allow that image of who we are, the truth of who we are, to merge with who we think we are right now. I hope this makes sense. Sometimes I have a hard time talking when I'm in a light trance, which I am when I do this work. So just allow that image of the truth of who you are merge with your energy field, with your body. And know that it might not integrate immediately, but over the next little bit of time, it is going to integrate and allow you to really start to be more and more of who you really are, the truth of who you really are. And each of us is different. Each of us is a unique frequency, or not just one frequency, many different frequencies that make up our energetic signature. Well, that was fun. Okay, I'm going to wind up here today with self-love, self-acceptance. So it's important that we love ourselves before we do anything else. This is our ultimate goal and the most important thing we can do. If we are clear on the inside, then everything on the outside will be clear as well. When we truly love ourselves, we can truly love and forgive the world. And I'm not an astrologer, but I listened to a couple different astrologers, and apparently we're moving into a Venus retrograde for the next 2 months, well, into April, I believe. And just the gist of what that is about is revisiting our old relationships, and that would include our relationship with ourselves. So I didn't know that when I put together these activations for this month. So I was just noticing that that's a happy coincidence or synchronicity. So here we go with the final activation: self-love, self-acceptance. I'm just seeing this beautiful funnel open up. That's kind of looks like a tornado, but the energy is pink and it's not chaotic. It's just very smooth and soothing and calming. And it's kind of just above the head, kind of coming into the crown. Just this unconditional love from source. And I see this energy, this unconditional love is like shining a light in a dark room and just helping us to helping to light up and helping us to be aware of those places where we haven't been loving and accepting ourselves with that unconditional love. And again, there's no judgment here. It's just, oh, look at that. And you can choose to do what you would like with it. And just keep breathing and just allowing this energy to communicate with you. Even if you don't know exactly what the communication is, just know that your higher self is handling it, helping you to do whatever you can do at this moment in time, whatever you're ready for. Whatever that is, it's just perfect. I'm seeing the image of a butterfly coming in. And as most of us understand, the symbol of butterfly is its transformation. Again, you can allow that symbol to come into your space, and each person will have a different experience of what that symbol represents and the information within that symbol for them. All right, so as this final activation is winding up, let's go ahead and say hello to the center of your head. Say hello to your feet on the floor, your body being supported by the chair or wherever you're sitting. Say hello to that connection to the earth from your root chakra to the center of the earth. You might want to say hello to Mother Earth, send her some love and gratitude. Say hello to your body. Thank your body. Send it lots of love and appreciation. And say hello to your higher self and Father Sky, Supreme Being, Creator of all that is, God, whatever you want to use, whatever terminology you would like to use, the source of all that is. And then just imagine a big golden sun above your head and let that golden sun fill up with your own life force energy. And when it gets nice and big, just let it start to flow from the top of your head down into that crown chakra. It's going to flow down through all of the chakras, the crown, the brow chakra, the throat chakra, the heart, solar plexus, sacral, and the root. And it's just going to continue to flow into your energy space and your body, filling up all the layers of your aura, filling up all of the cells in your body, all the systems and organs down to the microscopic levels, bringing in more and more of who you really are, allowing you to create your space because you are the creator of your space, your universe. So just acknowledge and validate how amazing and beautiful and powerful you are. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I always like to lean over and stretch, pat my body, move my body, whatever your body wants. So thank you once again for joining me for the Sacred Activations for March 2025. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your month. Take care.